Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 7th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, a little earlier than I wanted to, but the new dog I was watching was up and down all night long off the bed, just would not settle in very well, but it wasn't horrible, it's just it wasn't a great night's sleep. So got up though way earlier than I wanted to, got the dogs out, got them back in, got them fed, all the good fun stuff for that. Oh, that's always fun. Carrying a giant mattress on top of your car in the rain. You can see water pouring out of that mattress off the back of that car. That's not gonna be good for them. So, but yeah, got up this morning though, got a couple things done. Jumped in the hot tub, got that nice relaxation. Wife got up and around. She had a couple things she'd planned on doing today. One of which was taking her father to the shelter to look to get him a cat. The shelter in our town is only open Monday through Friday. Like, I think they close like 3 or something. It's like 9 to 3. So it's like really awful hours if you have like a job. So apparently they don't want anybody to adopt the animals. And it kind of gives off that feel of we're better than anybody else at taking care of these animals. We leave them stuffed in tiny little cages and crazy noise and smell all the time. But we're gonna make it super inconvenient for anybody to adopt. But then we're gonna beg for money and plead for donations on a constant, regular basis because we're overwhelmed and have too many animals. Well, you make it hard for people to adopt. How else are you gonna not be overloaded with animals? But hey, what I know. So, but she was gonna do that. Also gonna take him to the weed store to get him some medication / marijuana. So went ahead and basically told her, I said, hey, having picked me up some sativa, like a vape form, because the gummies I tried didn't do shit for me until all they did was like give me anxiety and made me super nervous. So I thought, well, if sativa calms everybody else down, or if indica calms everybody else down but makes me paranoid, maybe sativa that hypers other people up or keeps them aware will calm me down, because so many things act opposite for me. I drink a ton of caffeine, I go to sleep. Other people drink caffeine, they bounce off the wall. So I'm hoping, since a lot of shit works backwards on me, maybe sativa does the same thing. So we'll see what happens. But she was going to take off to go do that. Trying for that time frame out. I was chatting with somebody online about buying a fish tank for my father-in-law. He's been talking about wanting a fish tank for a long time. So I found one cheap. I'm like, hey, I want to go check it out. So went ahead and agreed. Time they were like, I'm gonna go try and look at it. And they're like, well, I'm out, but I'll be back at this time. I'll text you. It's okay, whatever. So she went to go take her father to look for a cat, and he said he wasn't feeling very good. So he didn't feel like going looking for a cat and whatnot. So they just went and got weed instead. So still felt good enough to go get weed, not enough to go look for a cat though. So it is what it is. So yeah, there was that whole thing. So he ended up picking me up a sativa cartridge. No vape pen, no nothing. So now I have a little vial of sativa oil that I can't use. So it's 100% worthless to me. So I've just given up on having that man. When I've asked it to like request him to buy me some of this stuff, like tell him exactly what I want, he brings me back other shit that isn't what I asked for. So yeah, I was like, oh, whatever. I even asked for like ginger oil before, never got. He always gets it wrong, no matter what it is. So, and my wife's like writing it down, but then he goes in and can't figure it out. I think this year it may very well get past recreational here in Florida, so I won't worry about it. I can try it then on my own and move on from there. But yeah, so much fun. So yeah, then I got a vape cartridge and no way of using it, but what the hell do I know? Do you think I have these laying around? Like, what the fuck? How do you didn't buy I guess the battery where the hell it is that makes the thing work? No. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, went ahead. She got back from there, hung around with the dogs. They came to pick up the new dog that was only here for the one night, and they did good about reaching out to pick the dog up before they headed over. Although they're like, we can be there like right now. So I think they're like right down the street. And I'm like, well, give me 5 minutes. I want to put their dogs up. I want to grab his stuff, whatever, whatnot. So they're like, okay. So they headed over and picked the dog up. And they're just, I don't know, I don't like the people. The dog was super annoying. High energy, didn't listen, had virtually no discipline at all. But the people also just, they come off as entitled douchebags. And I don't like entitled douchebags. So hopefully when we work with them again, they claim they're adopting another dog that supposedly has tons of problems and health issues and behavior issues and all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's see if this person backing out here is going to notice that there's somebody walking right here in front of them. Do you realize I'm like, hey, you realize like you almost run me over, right?
I didn't see it.
Okay, you got to look around a little better. I'm walking down the street, you just back right out in front of me, almost hit me. Fucking Christ, people. I'm gonna back out of my driveway and not look behind me at all. And he backed halfway out into the street and then pulls up like, fuck, man. That's one of the things that terrified the shit out of me about, like, I'm out here walking, running, riding my bicycle, riding my motorcycle, so many things. Nobody pay attention to shit no more, man. They're all just in their own world and don't care a bit about nothing. So yeah, anyway, so get the dog back. And like I said, they're getting a new dog and of course, same as this dog, it's pit bull mix. But they're like, oh, it's a Labrador mix. Like, just like your dog now is a Labrador mix. Like, your dog's a pit bull mixed with God knows whatever. But when you're unwilling to even acknowledge that your dog has pit bull in it, that also is a problem. Why you don't post pictures of it online, you know, when you're looking for a setter, so on and so forth, which I did a meet and greet, so I knew the dog I was getting. But so hopefully they will not reach out again. So I won't have to make that decision personally. But as of right now, I think probably not watching that dog again, because one of the biggest problems I have with that dog is it does not understand when other dogs are done playing. Like, the dog did not pick up on the fact the little blue tick numerous times had to bark and growl at her to get her to leave her alone, to the point that the blue tick like had to like snip at her, you know, to get her to go away. So, and that's fine when it's a 13-year-old blue tick, tiny little 13-year-old blue tick, really no harm, no foul. But if you move that to, say, one of my giant Rottweilers I watch, or my giant Pyrenees, or any other large breed, not quite as peaceful dog that I watch, it could be a problem, because this dog hasn't been socialized enough to realize it needs to learn to back off. It's what happens when you have little boys, especially, who don't get a chance to beat up other little boys when they're little, to find out when they're punching too hard or kicking too hard or playing too rough. One of the other boys whoops his ass. Same with dogs. When dogs are young and they get to play a little too rough, one of the bigger dogs whoops their ass a little bit. Well, this dog didn't have that. So now this dog is full grown and it doesn't have the issue to be able to do it. So it is what it is there. So, but yeah, the dog's got to get the issue to figure it all out. But who knows? So they picked the dog up. After that, I was just hanging out with the little blue tick, and he's going good. Wife and I decided to lay down, watch a movie / take a nap, and chilled out there. I ended up staying awake this whole time. It was a movie I kind of wanted to see, so I ended up watching it. It was nice just resting on the ground, or on the couch with my wife. So yeah, hung out, had ourselves, trying for what we're doing for dinner. Decided we were gonna have a quick small meal. Went for my run first. Also decided to go out to the comedy club right here in town, which met up with an old coworker of hers that we had borrowed their cabin up in the mountains and invited them out. So we met up. Parking lot was full, so I had to park like 2 businesses down at the bank and then got back over there. So, but yeah, we ended up watching some other comics, hung out afterwards. We chatted a little bit, headed home, and had ourselves a really good evening. But the dog just slept on the couch. I checked in her a couple times on the security cameras, and she just slept. She didn't care one damn bit. So I don't even know if she knew we were gone, to be honest with you. But yeah, hung out from there, came back, ended up heading outside with the dog, hanging out here for a little bit, had myself a nice cigar, got to bed real late. So yeah, that's pretty much all we had for right then. That's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.